What if an interstellar object whirling through our solar system wasn't just a piece of rock and ice, but a nuclear-powered spacecraft sent by an alien civilization to test how humanity would respond? It may sound like science fiction, but the newest visitor from the stars has stirred up exactly those kinds of questions. Fresh images of an object called 3I Atlas, the third ever interstellar body observed from Earth, show that it's anything but ordinary. The moment NASA confirmed that 3I Atlas was transmitting signals unlike anything seen before, the announcement sent shockwaves through the scientific world. Humanity had already been captivated by the first two interstellar visitors, Oumuamua and Borisov. But this new traveler quickly built a reputation as something darker, more mysterious, and far less explainable. What set it apart was not just its unusual trajectory or alien composition. Instruments began picking up emissions, structured, deliberate-looking patterns that suggested intent rather than chance. At first, astronomers assumed it was a comet. It gave off a faint glow, and telescopes caught the classic trail of dust and gas. But as it drew closer, its behavior began to defy expectations. The brightness pulsed in regular intervals, almost like a heartbeat. Radio telescopes tuned in and found bursts of energy synchronized perfectly with those pulses. The synchronization was too precise to dismiss as coincidence. Every observatory with radio capability turned its attention to the object. The data they collected was unsettling. Instead of random cosmic noise, the signals were organized sequences, timed in ratios resembling prime numbers and harmonic structures. It was as though the object was speaking in the universal language of mathematics. NASA scientists, known for cautious words, admitted the signals were repeatable, verifiable, and impossible to explain away as interference. And then came the most disturbing discovery: when Earth sent radar pings, the strength of the pulses shifted. It was reacting. That realization changed everything. If the object was responding, then it wasn't just a comet drifting through space. It might be a probe. It might be a machine. And if so, then Earth was no longer the observer, it was being observed. Further scans revealed even more anomalies. The object's acceleration didn't match predictions. It wasn't moving exactly as gravity or natural outgassing would dictate. Subtle deviations suggested some kind of propulsion or internal control system. Combined with the structured radio patterns, the evidence painted a chilling picture. This thing might not be natural at all. Theories erupted. Was 3I Atlas a probe launched by a distant civilization ages ago, drifting from star system to star system? Was it a relic of a long-extinct culture, still carrying encoded instructions? Or was it something stranger, a kind of cosmic artifact that looked purposeful only because humans didn't yet understand its physics? Each idea was unsettling. And each carried the same terrifying possibility: if it could transmit, it might also receive. Astronomers worked frantically to decode the emissions. They found echoes of universal constants, hydrogen lines, Fibonacci sequences, orbital ratios. These weren't random. They were deliberate signposts, designed to be recognized across cultures, across species. And yet, no one could decipher the full message. It was clear the signal was meant to be noticed. But was it a greeting, a warning, or something humanity wasn't prepared to interpret? Meanwhile, the signals became more complex. They weren't just pulses anymore. Layers of interference and modulation emerged, like multiple conversations happening at once. To some researchers, it looked like the object was thinking out loud, running simulations or broadcasting in channels humans could barely detect. The signal structure even resembled fractals, patterns that repeated endlessly at different scales, suggesting information stored in ways beyond binary coding. The more scientists studied it, the more it seemed to push back. Every layer of analysis revealed deeper mysteries. Some began to feel as if the object was aware of their efforts. Others, sleep-deprived and shaken, reported dreams filled with flashing symbols or the sensation of being watched. Whether this was paranoia or something far stranger, no one could say. Governments became involved, quietly at first. Security agencies worried about whether the object was a threat. Had scientists already given away too much by sending radar pings? Was Earth now marked in some cosmic ledger? Whispers spread that 3I Atlas might not just be a messenger, but a seed probe, possibly carrying dormant organisms or nanotechnology meant to test biospheres like Earth's. Even more unsettling was what the signals appeared to contain. Some analysts believed the modulations encoded three-dimensional data, potentially maps, blueprints, or archives from an unknown civilization. But were these gifts of knowledge or instructions for technologies too dangerous for humanity to wield? Religious leaders, philosophers, and the public reacted with a mix of awe and fear. To some, it was a divine sign. To others, an omen. For the first time in human history, the question of whether we are alone in the universe seemed to have an answer, and it was not silence. As 3I Atlas glided deeper into the solar system, one truth became impossible to deny. Something out there had noticed us. Its signals, steady as the ticking of a cosmic clock, reminded us that the universe may hold intention, presence, and intelligence far beyond what